Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2019. It is very cool today, to say the least. There's Miss Molly. What's going on, Miss Molly? It is 19 degrees right now. We got down, now that's 19 in town, so if it's 19 in town, it's 6 to 8 degrees colder up here because of the elevation. But so we're definitely chilly, but the sun is out. It's definitely making some nice power today. The rest of the panels absolutely got cleared off with the snow that was still on them, so you can see that they're completely clear, which is a nice thing. Before we get into the topic of today's video, I just want to remind everybody I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be yet, and so just putting that out there. I haven't really decided what we're going to do for a topic yet, but I want to talk, so please join me, again, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, that's, I think, 5 o'clock your guys' time. So anyway, I wanted to talk today, and this is, I think this is really super important. I got together last night with a prepper group, okay, and they meet once a week to discuss prepping and everything else with it that comes along with prepping. And wonderful group of people. And I just want to put it out there first because I know some of them watch. Thank you guys for having me over. It was absolutely awesome. I really enjoyed it. It's always nice to spend time with like-minded people and to share and you know, and those type of things. I think it's really important. So one of the things that I took away from the get together and talking with people last night, you know, we were talking about, you know, different, you know, being prepped up and being prepared and stuff like that. But here's something important that, and I did discuss this with them. All right, all of them prep, okay. But what they did not have, their group was consisted of several different groups. All right, so people like the one couple that I actually went to their home, they have their whole family right in that area, and I think I might have mentioned this before, but their whole family was right in their area. So they're basically their group consists of their family, and it's a lot of them. Okay, so which is cool. That's absolutely awesome, you know. But now they have connections with these other people. And I'm going to get to the point of what I'm going to talk about here in a second. Well, there was the family that hosted. They also have a large family, and you know, even though you know, their family, like, oh, you know, grandma and grandpa are the preppers, you know, but you know, they know that they're gonna come to their parents' home if something were to happen. So here's one of the things that I was talking about with them after an event, and I've talked about barter before, guys. Okay. They have several different groups, and different people are going to do different things, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you've made relationships with people, and so making plans after an event with people that you've already met, that you already know, that you're familiar with, that you're comfortable with, to set up bartering stuff. I think that's really important. If they decide that they want to work together is one huge, large unit, I think that's a good idea too. But then you have to settle on where is going to be the central location. Okay. So those are things that, you know, that they need to work on. And so I did talk to them about that. I said, you need to have a game plan, so that you, again, and we've talked about this, we want to act when the time comes, not react. Okay, so if you have a game plan in place, and even with their family members, you know, sit down with them, and even if they think that, you know, you're crazy and all this type of stuff, know and tell them, listen, when the time comes, you come here, and we're going to be safe, and we're going to work together. That's hugely important. Okay, and so yeah, it's just you really have to. You have to have those plans in place now. And with having the relationship with these other groups, you know, it's they're all pretty much within a 10-mile radius of each other. For me, it was a little bit of a drive for me to get there. So I don't know if after an event I would realistically be able to say we could meet unless we met at like a halfway point or something. But you know, again, if you have those relationships with people and you can foster that and get that going after an event, you know, maybe that other group has something that you need that you don't have, and so working together with that, I think, is hugely important. And I think that's really, I think, what is lacking in a lot of preppers with you know, getting ready and getting prepared, you know, and maybe they are just going to work with their own family, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But networking, getting those relationships now with other people, being on good basis, good terms, so that when SHTF does happen, and it's a worst case scenario, when you see those people come over the rise, you're going to tell your people, wait, no, those people are friendly. They don't mean us any harm, and you know, maybe you can work together afterwards at that point. Which I think, again, like I said, what's going to happen, guys. We're not just trying to survive it. All right, we're trying to thrive, number one, and then we have to rebuild afterwards. So good people need to survive what's coming. And we talked a lot about that last night as well, about the fact that you're going to end up with people in your group that you never expected, okay? There is a lot of good people out here, guys, that are absolutely clueless, have no clue, no concept of prepping, what it's about, or any of that type of stuff. They're just going through the motions like the powers that be want them to. And so it's not that they're, you know, they maybe, I don't know, they just don't know, okay? But there are good people out there that just don't know. And in my opinion, and I've talked about this over and over and over with you guys again, we're going to need to help people if we can. I think it's hugely and vitally important. And one of the examples that I gave yesterday when I was talking with this group of people, I said, okay, well, let me ask you this. You know, post-event, you're out doing patrol, and you come across this family. Mom and dad have been killed, and there's the 8-year-old child sitting there on the ground, just crying, scared, hungry, don't know what to do. I said, can you in good conscience just walk away from that? I couldn't. I absolutely could not do that. And so, you know, and you got to remember too, a lot of us preppers are older. A lot of us are. And so we need the young people. The young people are the future, because long after we're gone, they're the ones that are going to be the ones running things, okay? So if you can help those children, make them a vital part of your group, that's going to be the difference of what happens moving forward, okay? So I think that I'm just looking at the dogs. I think that that's really important, okay? So, you know, I just wanted to discuss that. I want to hear your guys' feedback on that. How important is it to you as a prepper to network with people now, to make those relationships, to foster them, to nurture them, and so when an SHTF event does happen, that you can work together afterwards? I think it's really important. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. So I want to talk about a couple things real quick. So we were cold last night. I think it got down to it was single digits in town. I think it was, you know, like maybe 6 or 8 degrees in town. I know up here when I was coming home last night, it was like 3 degrees at 11 o'clock last night. So I mean, it was cold. So, but some people had asked, and I wanted to address this, all right? Now, you see the puppies out here, and they're playing, and they're having a good time. They do not have a dog house out here. So somebody was like, oh, I can't believe you don't have a dog house for the dogs out here. Do you bring them in at night? Okay, well, first of all, my dogs are in every night. They would never be left outside. I don't care if it was summertime. My dogs are in the house every night. What you see now is they're spending a little bit of time outside. With a day like today, as cold as it is, I might leave them out here for like an hour so that they can get their exercise and hang out and do what they want to do. And then I bring them back in and I take them in and out. But I'm going to give them their time. They got heavy duty coats. I mean, they're designed to handle this. They're you know, and actually, if they want to, believe it or not, they go under the chicken coop. They'll go under that ladder that you see right there, and they will go right underneath the chicken coop. So because you see them out here in the yard, they're not freezing. We have no wind today. So, you know, I mean, it is cold, but it's not terrible, okay? So just wanted to clear that up. There's no way I would leave my dogs out here all day long, ever. And I would never leave them out at night, okay? I mean, they're like my children as well. So, you know, you have to take care of your animals. But I just wanted to clear that up for anybody that had any questions about that. The other thing I wanted to tell you this morning, I came out to take care of the chickens, and there was their water thing, I pulled the top off, and there was a thin layer of ice, so I broke that, and the chickens were like right there going nuts, and I'm like, what the heck is that? You know, why are they acting like, you know, that? Well, then I checked the nipples, they call them, on the bottom where they drink out of. Those were all frozen, so they were not able to get a drink. So what I did was I took the top off and left the top off. Then I did bring a bowl of water out to them and put that out there as well, so that they could definitely have as much water as they wanted. What I also am going to do, I think is going to be my game plan for today, is I had picked up a couple extension cords already. I may have to run to town and grab another one, because I'm going to have to walk this out and try to figure out how long of a walk it's going to be. I'm going to run a cord across there, along the side here, back up over to the outlet that I have over here. And I'm going to make sure that I have a light. I had one of my subscribers sent me a couple of heavy-duty lights that I can use. It's going to kick off some heat for the birds, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to plug in also the water thing and see if how that does with plugging that in as well. So I'm definitely going to be doing that today, because I don't want, you know, like I said, I don't want the birds not to be able to have water. So. And the chicken coop itself wasn't too bad as far as, you know, temperature, but that water definitely did. Not the whole thing, it wasn't an ice block, but there was a thin layer of water, but their nipples for where they drink out of were absolutely frozen. And I was like, well, that's not good. So anyway, bringing in good power today. I will take you over here and I will show you. We'll take a look at this real quick. So yesterday I ended up total of 2.5 kilowatt hours for the day, okay? And so people have asked, you know, what is a good amount, what's going to be the best amount for you? So if I bring in 3 kilowatt hours in a day, I can run whatever I want, okay? So right now we've brought in 0.8 kilowatt hours on this side, and we've brought in 1.0 kilowatt hours on this side. So we're at 1.8 at the moment. It is probably, I don't know, like 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning maybe at this point right now. We're in float, which is good. We're bringing in decent power, and the batteries are at 100%. So, you know, that's, we're doing okay as far as that goes. So over the course of the rest of the day, we'll bring in more, and so that'll be that. But, so that's all in good shape. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you guys? I can't think of anything else at the moment. So anyway, like I said, I want to hear your feedback on the topic. I want to hear what you guys have to say. How important is it for you now to try to connect, again, with other prepper groups and to make those contacts and affiliations now, okay? Again, guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you get updates when I put up videos, which I do every single day. I don't know if I'll make a second video today or not. I haven't decided yet, but obviously I will be doing the live stream tonight at 8 p.m. no matter what. So you guys will definitely see that no matter what. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so that's really important as well. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So stay positive and you will be fine. All right, I will talk to you all later. I hope everybody's having a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.